use the Force, Luke.
Sometimes truth isn't good enough.
I feel the need for speed.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
Because it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Hey, what's up, Wardens? Welcome back to Winter Wolf's Den. Winter Wolf here, going to bring in King Z. We both survived the snow to different levels in our different areas of the country. The great white Northeast absolutely living up to the name with like 37 feet of accumulated snow that's verified by the National Weather Service. It was 37 feet of snow. I don't know, it feels like it was 37 feet of snow, man.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So when you go outside and you see the snow drifts, are you scared that a White Walker might come over the top of it?
Dude, I'm more of looking out for the Imperial probe droid that I need to take down quick before it can get out the distress signal kind of guy. You know what I mean? I'm running like that. The White Walkers, I'm good. I got my dragon glass dagger down here somewhere. We'd be all right. You know what I mean? Some kind of dragon glass box cutter over here on my desk. I mean, dragon glass candle lighter comes to mind right there. We good. We set. Yeah, but you guys ended up not getting the storm of the century down there. I think that's wild because I got a bunch of friends down around your neck of the woods, and they're all saying the same thing. Like, I don't know, man. We shut the state down, and like I could still see my lawn.
We actually didn't get anything here. Like we got a lot of rain. It froze over, but the streets and the sidewalks are pretty fine. So yeah, we didn't really get much here.
Nice. I'm glad we didn't even lose power. And all the random times to tell you, hey, I might not be able to come on tonight. It's a bit of a power situation. Not even a flicker. Knock on wood.
Yeah, we had one neighborhood that went dark, and that's mostly because we had high winds and a tree fell over and onto the power lines. But that's
usually what gets us up here too. We had a lot of old growth up here that isn't managed very well, so they get taken out easy. You know, it's not usually the snow that gets us. Usually the thunder and rain that does it. Windstorms and shit. But dude, all right, good. I'm glad we were able to roll on and keep to our usual schedule without any interruptions to service and information that we bring to people.
That's right.
I kind of hate you with the information. The signal never stops. You know what I mean? Got kind of a laundry list of topics here. A lot of small bits of news and details and questions that I kind of wanted to run through today. I'm good with tackling anything, really, man. It's like just a bunch of little conversations that kind of built up when I was like looking for topics. I know we got the Star Wars thing up on the thumbnail.
Yes.
But I wanted to talk about the Percy Jackson thing first because I'm really disappointed by that. And I don't remember if I sent you the article that had some really disappointing numbers on that season.
Where it's lost like 48% of its viewing by episode 3.
Dude, half. You know, by episode 3, and that's half of like what season 1. It was like 20 or 30% less than season 1 ended with to come back to season 2. And I'm like, damn, that's like Last of Us numbers. We dunked on that. Like that sucks. That's really disappointing, man.
Yeah, but I don't think it really has anything to do with the show. I think it has a lot to do with people coming back or having excitement for the show, and then once again, people waiting for the binge setup.
Dude, and again, dude, I think this is just going to be like the immovable object, unstoppable force conversation. We just pin this up there. I hate the binge model so much because it contributes to exactly this. It creates this weird broken chain of custody of like who owns the show from like week to week or like month to month. And like, we're hyped to talk about it now because like we just watched the week to week thing. But now, like you said, there's a strong contingent of folks on your side that are like, I haven't watched it yet. Maybe now we're going to put 2 billion watch minutes on this bad Andy and see how it goes. But man, I suspect it's,
I think we should come back and see if we can get new updated numbers closer to the release of season 3, which has been promised for this year. They started filming that in August of last year. So we'll see more, I think, as we get closer to season 3, as a lot of shows do. Like now that and also it was released like this, the show is centered towards kids. It has a kid mindset to it, not adults like us. And they're shooting, and it's coming out on Wednesdays while kids are in school. We have summer vacation come up. I bet the numbers shoot up during the summer.
Dude, I hope so, man, because I think there's we're not really seeing as many adaptations of some of these book series that like I think I'd like to see. Like when I bring my kid over to Barnes and Nobles and we walk through like the young readers section, I see plenty of book sets that I'm like, damn, dude, that looks interesting. I'd give that. I'd read book one out of that to see something good. Like one of the ones that pops to mind is Fablehaven. Like that's an amazing first book that I actually completed there with a couple of other books following that. About a couple of kids who find out their dad is actually the caretaker of like a forest that houses mythological creatures and stuff like that. Like that's a pretty dope premise, and you'd think that would be rife for putting up on a screen, streaming or movie or not. With the CGI that we can do today. Show me a manticore. You know what I mean? Like let's do this. Let's show these kids some shit to inspire the imagination. Get it going.
I mean, even Brandon Sanderson talked about that. He got his first movie offer in 2004. And we haven't seen one of Brando's things get adapted for the small or big screen.
Which is wild considering this guy's written like how many books since 04? 60? You know what I mean? Across the spectrum of readers, probably from like middle grade upward. Maybe not middle grade, maybe YA.
Yeah, I mean, he writes 600 pages every 3 days. So, I mean.
Dude, I mean, some people just got it like that. Some people got it like that. Now I got to go back and pick up the rest of the. I'll at least get the next 2 books in Percy Jackson just to see, because I feel like that adaptation 2 seasons deep is going pretty well, and they can definitely hold their head up high in that regard. Like it looks like some thought was put into it. I find most of the performances charming, and there's nothing that would necessarily put me off of watching a 3rd season, and that's on top of me having spent every episode that we reviewed it together reminding other parents that'll be out there, that catch our YouTube shorts and our quick reviews, things like that, that it's a perfectly family friendly show that's likely to age up with your kids the same way the Harry Potter series does. It really feels like they're on that arc, that trajectory.
Yeah, and I think that's why they kind of sped up production on this one too, instead of having that big break in between, seeing how much they grew up between season 1 and season 2. So I think
dude, it's noticeable with that stinger for season 3. Like, dude looks like he's ready to be 23, maybe be the assistant manager at like a Sprint Lube or a Jiffy Lube at this point. You know what I mean? Like he's getting up there.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go more with the original Lord of the Rings type of filming schedule, where it's like, let's run a couple bat to bat to get them so that we don't see a huge age change in our characters here.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna run into that Stranger Things situation where you get a bunch of 30-year-old 10th graders.
Yeah, and kids are the hardest ones anyways, because their age change is way more noticeable than adults.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, look at Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd's been 26 since he was, was like 52 and he still looks 26.
Same thing. Like people like Scarlett Johansson have looked like they're like 27 years old for like 50 years now. I swear to God,
Yeah.
Like she looks exactly the same as she did when like Avengers came out. It's crazy. But yeah, I was just disappointed. I wanted to just run those numbers by because then we both thoroughly enjoyed the show, and it took me off guard that the numbers were there. And then I could actually take a look at them because it's been far enough removed from the show, I guess, that they are ending up on Nielsen, which is weird because I feel like we go through a hard time finding Nielsen's for some of the other shows that we know don't track well. I don't remember getting numbers for The Acolyte off of Nielsen.
And that's the thing too, is like
a lot of digging.
We were a Nielsen house at one time when I was a kid, and every time we watched TV, we had to write it down for 1 year or. It was like 3 months. I think it was 3 months that they took got our information. Then we had to mail back the log and everything. So it's self-reporting. That's what I was getting at with that story, is that I believe that it's self-reporting. So those numbers might be skewed a little bit if people aren't actually reporting that they're watching this stuff.
I bet it's upgraded with the times. So there's probably some shit you install to your smart TV that tracks that automated. I bet they've long since removed away from the honor system self-reporting thing. I bet it's fairly accurate because sadly, we could probably put that trend against a bunch of shows with, there is a good bunch of goodwill for season 1 and people move on, and it is a whole year if you're lucky on streaming to get your season 2. That's like you're talking about all the time with pilots and sweeps and syndication. You're not just coming back 4 months later to kick off the next run of King of Queens.
No.
After 25 episodes. Like, no. It might be 18 months. It could be 3 years in between, like a Stranger Things scenario. And I think that people move on to the next thing to consume for entertainment.
The old TV adage was you start in your first episode airs in September, kind of is with the school year if you really think about it. With September,
summer break,
with a break during the holidays, and then it comes back, and then you have your big episodes in May sweeps is what they call it.
And then you're on summer break.
And then you're on summer break, and then everyone comes back in August and starts getting back into production timelines.
I mean, I think that's the most damning thing in opposition to the binge model that people like. And dude, I enjoy the fun of the binge model. I'm just torn intellectually on the concept. I am. It's fun to dude, I watched 5 episodes of Wonder Man today. We'll talk about that in a little while, right? And because it's it's available in the binge format. Now, good, bad, or in between, I guarantee you nobody's talking about Wonder Man in July of this year. It's not going to be a thing. But if it was a more traditional show budgeted in a different way that did 15 episodes and then only took 4 months off and bam, right back into production, 3, 4, 5 months later instead of a year and a half, maybe it is a thing. Maybe even if it is only mediocre, maybe it does survive and becomes kind of kitschy or catchy into a season 2.
Well, it goes with the whole
the
streaming show type format anyways, where it's only 8 to 10 episodes and then it's done.
Which I hate, right? I hate that.
A lot of the old shows were 22, 23 episodes that they would get. That's why it was such a big deal when everyone got to 100 episodes. I mean, you've been on the air for 5 years.
Well, then I wonder then, right? What if it was a situation where, and this wasn't on our planned topics, but now I got you. I'm going to pick your brain, right? I know that the reason genre that we watch only goes 8 to 10 episodes is budget. I mean, you can't have shows like The Acolyte, like Stranger Things, like what was that other dumpster fire Marvel show that we watched with the green arm chick, Secret Invasion. You can't get these shows to pop off for 30 million an episode. Even shows like Andor, 30, 35, 40 million dollars, 600 million front loaded for 2 seasons. You're only going to get 8 to 10. But what if they pared these things down? And why don't they? Why is Landman not getting 25 episodes in a season? Why does Breaking Bad not get 25 in a season?
I don't know why they changed the format. I guess they were worried about one thing that a lot of people complain about is the lack of attention span that they say that people have now due to short form entertainment. True. Like what we do here on the YouTubes. Yeah, like a lot of people, like they see a 30-minute video and like, ooh, do I really have 30 minutes to watch a video? And when before people would sit down for 46 minutes and like nothing, like it was nothing. Like it was like Thursday, was it must see TV Thursday night? Like that was the prime, that was your prime spot was Thursday night TV.
Dude, Friday Friday night on ABC had that whole block of family programming up.
Yeah, it was Family Friday, must see TV Thursday.
Yeah. That was a Seinfeld day. Was that Thursday? That was must see TV, wasn't it? Wasn't that part of that?
Those were the prime spots. You always wanted your show to be good enough to get that 9 o'clock prime time spot on Thursday night. Yeah.
You did not want Tuesday at 8.
When your show got moved, you pretty much knew the writings on the wall you're going to be canceled or 2 seasons from now.
If you got moved to Tuesday or Saturday, you were boned. It was over. Free facts. Dude, yeah, I don't know why it changed either, man. And I feel like the attention spans is one thing. Like I know that we got Affleck and Matt Damon are up there with clips out of an interview talking about Netflix and how they're what they call it, the algorithmification of content and entertainment is basically that they're getting handed studio notes that are trying to make movies more palatable for the algorithm by keeping people engaged, which includes taking into account the guys you're talking about, the viewers you're talking about, with the shorter attention spans and the secondary screen viewing thing, like where I'm on my phone while I'm watching the movie, which means now I got to have Matt Damon and Ben Affleck reiterate the plot to me 6 times in 90 minutes because I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking down at my phone. I'm on my iPad.
It's called second screen writing, and then it's dumbing down scripts. Yes. Yeah. It's dumbing down scripts because they have 100%. They have to be too much on on the
100%.
nose because people aren't paying attention. They're playing games on their phone. They're doom scrolling. They're watching videos on their phone while the show or TV or movie is playing in the background. So they have to be.
I don't know if you're guilty of that. I am. I'm definitely guilty of that. Like whenever I pick up the controller for a little BF6 or little Arc Raiders, then I probably have The Office on my phone playing to my left. I mean, I'm engaged in a shooter. I have to be I have to watch what I'm gaming.
But see, that's,
but I'm not trying to watch a movie.
See, that's different. If it's your first time watching it, like The Office, I could see myself doing that, or Psych. I mean, I've seen Psych like 90 times. I pretty much know the plot going in, so I don't really have to pay that much attention to it.
Right.
I know what's going to happen.
Viewing for me, right?
Yeah, but if it's like a show I've never seen before, I can't do the second screen, or I will I'll start losing stuff because my attention just isn't there like it used to be. I can't multitask. Like I realize at work, like I want to listen to my audiobooks, but I'm here reading reports. And it's like, I can't read reports and listen to someone talk about, I can't even listen to music with words when I'm reading reports or reading anything.
You need to work on that then.
I just have to put music on, and I have a whole playlist where it's wordless music that I listen to.
Orchestral.
Celtic fantasy music. I'll just throw that on.
2 Steps from Hell. Yeah, that's my jam. Trailer music.
So I just throw that on when I'm reading. So I just couldn't do it. Like I can do like subtitles if I'm watching the same thing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's all connected, but when it gets to doing something else while I'm watching something, like you can ask my wife when I'm watching something, even if I'm walking to the kitchen to put something in the sink, my eyes are locked on the screen, so I don't forget anything, because I have to be dialed in, or I won't catch what's happening, or I might miss that nuanced thing, which isn't a thing anymore, which kills me, because watching for those nuanced things is the best part of these shows, where they used to hide stuff. Now they have to be so blunt and upfront. It just ruins the show, and it makes worse shows, worse movies. It's being dumbed down to the lowest common denominator, and that's just sad.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. And that's what I was going to say. I'm not even willing to put that all on you, your aging attention span or aging memory.
I am older.
True. But I think the quality of what's being put in front of you is worse, number one. And I think we see that a lot in the stuff that Affleck and Damon were talking about, where even premiere TV, AAA streaming, like Stranger Things and like season 5 or not, it's probably one of the most recognizable IPs on the planet right now, right? I think we can all agree. My fourth grader knows who Vecna is. You know what I mean? Like, it's out there. It's in the ether. It's everybody knows, right? And even they are on the hook for they're being memed as we speak. Still, 3 weeks after the last episode, of how many more scenes do we have to put everybody in a room and explain what the problem is? Go through the motions of describing a cartoonish solution, have everybody disagree, and then agree on the plan before moving out, and then explain the plan again along the way.
And it's always after like
episode.
Someone has the answer after like 3 seconds of thinking. There's no like deliberation. There is no debate. It's, oh, here's the problem. And then like one of the most unlikely people come up with, oh, this is the solution right here. It's just, plain as the sea.
And the only way it gets opposed is that they need to throw in a little bit of character conflict, where one other character will call you a dumbass in that moment, but then it's instantly, it's papered over because they're not actually antagonistic. There actually isn't any conflict. They just had to call you a dumbass. Like, that's it. But you're right. It's a lower level of writing, and that kind of segues neatly into. I just had a quick topic here on the list. It's Starfleet Academy writing, and I know you probably haven't watched minute one of that show, right? And
I haven't even watched a trailer of that show.
And dude, let me tell you, through 3 episodes, you ain't missed anything. It's as bad as you think it is. It's as bad for all of the reasons you hear on reviews online that are critical of this show. There's a reason it's bottomed out at like a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's Star Trek in name only. It's a show about idiots, written by idiots, for idiots, as I heard somebody so eloquently put it earlier. There's nothing redeeming about it at all. They can't even claim that any of their typical grandstanding virtue signaling bullshit, like their diversity nonsense, it's been done. It's been done, and you need only look at the casts of every Star Trek show going back to the 60s. You just have more check boxes, but the boxes were already checked more meaningfully decades before this show got here. And it's written at the level of literally special needs kids, like special needs, like preteens. It's embarrassing how poorly the show is written. End of my diatribe there.
I mean, Star Trek used to be the ultimate. That was the number one. The science, if you check it, is actually pretty accurate to what they knew at the time, especially the original series. Next Generation, it got a little more fantastical, but it still was believable, and it was a very smart show on how they did stuff. There was a lot of dumb moments, and there was, and I was going to say it was the best for dialogue, because dialogue was pretty on the nose there a little bit too.
It was 60s, different style of writing. I'll go down swinging on that.
Well, I'm talking about Next Generation.
Oh, dude, again, for sure. Especially in season 1, dude. I can see it's the thing. I can own up to when it wasn't at its best. But you get to like seasons 3 through 6, untouchable. Untouchable.
And that's also what I think you get when you have you have multiple seasons, because you kind of can feel these characters out. These characters can develop, they can grow. They can change. You can test things out and see how they play, and you can't really do that anymore. You can just write people out
things that don't work,
or you can just let a character go and send it to Mandyland.
Yep, absolutely. You just go up the stairs and never come back. That is the thing that you can do. But this Academy show is disappointing in that for a split second. For a split second when it was announced, and not knowing anything about what I know about, Paramount, Alex Kurtzman, the Kelvin timeline, all that nonsense. So, it might be actually kind of cool to see how a group of the top 0.0001% of cadets would handle the pressure of being in the inaugural class of a reintroduced Starfleet Academy, even in their shitty timeline that connects itself to Discovery and Picard in a world that exists 1,000 years later and the Federation's coming back. It might be interesting to see how those kids handle that. And then 8 seconds into the show, we're already reminded that these kids 1,000 years ahead of the Federation, which was 500 years ahead of present day, are still acting like 2026 like Zoomers. Like, why? Why are you behaving the same? Like, do you think 22-year-olds of today behave like 22-year-olds from like 1490? No, they don't. People change. They change based on their situations, their living circumstances.
I think it would be a fun show if you got a guaranteed 6 year. You have the 6 years of Academy and you follow them through their different development. And then who gets chosen? Like, okay, based on your scores, you're going to engineering. Based on your scores, you're going to security. Based on your scores, you are on the captain path.
And it should be competitive AF. You're in the middle of all that. That way there is that whole, not necessarily backstabbing. I don't need all that. I don't need all that kind of Game of Thrones stuff.
There should be a couple.
It should be pressure filled. It should be competitive.
Oh, I think there should be competitive, and I think there should be a little backstabbing in it.
Yeah, between like key rivals, like between one or two people. But I don't want that to be the tone.
No, not the tone. I don't want not everybody's trying to be number one.
Right.
Well, I mean, trying to be king, but they should all try to be number one, and like
the best. They should try to be the best. Right?
Yeah,
because that's what Starfleet Academy used to represent.
Exactly.
My problem.
Kirk beat the unbeatable thing by he cheated, but he beat it, and that's what set him apart from everyone else.
Right. But I mean, and something like that is what's missing wholesale from this show, is that Trek used to be like peak Trek for me is DS9 and TNG close second. I've come around to DS9 like as I've gotten a little bit older, and I realized that there's a little bit more.
Sisko
you can be hopeful.
Of a captain.
Sisko's the best captain they've ever had, hands down. Right? It's grittier and a little bit more realistic, but the Federation still largely, as Sisko sees it, is still the good guy. Still tries to do the good thing. Respects the Prime Directive, like does all that stuff. But more importantly, the crux of those shows that I liked had interesting, compelling science fiction stories, morality tales, politicking built in to each episode every week, something new, somebody with an IQ over 65 had to write each one of those scripts, even the bad ones.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get into some of the top ones, like that we've had, we did when we did best of, we did we did TOS.
Yeah,
we didn't do TNG.
Yeah, we did the original series. We did not do Next Generation or DS9,
which we should probably do when we bring back best of worst of this year. But I mean, the absolute banger episodes of TNG they're not subtle in how great they are compared to anything Discovery or Picard or this abortion of a show is going to give us. Like, the 3 episodes of this show, they haven't given me an interesting sci-fi premise yet. It's just been more people acting like dickheads to each other, showing no respect for the chain of command. Dude, their commander with no sense of decorum while she's on her bridge, leaning back in her chair like she's curled up at Starbucks in her favorite seat next to the fireplace with a fucking romance novel. It's embarrassing. Janeway would pimp slap this bitch. Pimp slap, right? And that's this show. We got first year cadets talking back to people that would immediately result in them being like dispelled from the fucking school permanently.
Yeah.
Right. But no, because this show is parody, but it's not funny. It'd be like, this show is the Orville if the comic genius of Seth MacFarlane wasn't behind it. You know what I mean? It would just be garbage for garbage sake. That's what this show is. It's embarrassing, guy. Embarrassing. I had to get that out.
Yeah, which
I had to get that out.
Goes ahead and puts the nail in the coffin of Star Trek. It died.
I think
it died with Voyager.
I think it does too, because the rumor part of this little vignette of ours right here is that quietly the offer for season 2 is being rescinded. Like, where they thought they were getting that second season, it doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. Dude, I don't know if I told you already. They put the pilot episode of this shit on YouTube for free and got like 1,500 concurrent viewers max in the first like 24 hours. I mean, they're like, the YouTube channels were getting hundreds of thousands of views skewering that, and they couldn't put together more than 1,500. Like, it's embarrassing how poorly regarded this show is, where literally every version of a character that, if they were dropped into TNG, they would literally be laughed off the Enterprise for not being good enough.
They wouldn't be good enough to be on the Enterprise. That is the flagship of
exactly. You'd never rate Enterprise material. The body positivity shit in general is laughable on this show. Like, dude, half of the crew is morbidly obese. Like, how would that be a thing in the future? Ever?
It's not even a thing now in the military.
Right. And the military is at its fattest state ever in recorded history. Seriously. It's like our law enforcement standards, or we're huge. It wouldn't happen in the future where everything is like computer generated, like nourishment. You know what I mean? Like, you could not be fat, like a human being, maybe some other species elsewhere. You know what I mean? But no, a Federation citizen, no shot. No shot. We got people in wheelchairs in the future. I'm like, nope, wouldn't be a thing. If we solved that.
They solved that. Yeah, they proved that they solved that with TOS.
Dude, but they don't know that, dude. That's my point. We got this captain going over to look at the comms panel when second officer's trying to show her something. She's got to throw on her readers. Like, Holly Hunter, you don't need readers. There's a reason Picard didn't have readers. He was 900 years old. It's embarrassing, dude. They know nothing. And it shows in what they get and what they belch up onto the fucking screen, that they think it's all about a couple of jingoistic slogans like live long and prosper, a couple of references to Wolf 359 and the Borg, and bam, they're done. No, that's not ever what it's been about. Never has it been about that. They have the audacity to call guys like us non-fans. We don't understand the media that's being put in front of us. Now, how about we've been there, we've been through it, we were there highs and lows, dude. I mean, you suffered through Enterprise. You're not the world's biggest Voyager fan, but the fact is it's still better, more coherently written Trek than these clowns are capable of managing.
I mean, I can't not stop back now. I like stop back.
Love me some Scotty back.
And I think he did.
I hope he gets home.
He did decent. He did decent in Enterprise. I have no issue with that. That was a prequel. You dumb down the you scale back the technology a little bit. I thought it kind of worked.
It was a theme song. That was a wild misswing. And didn't they give Enterprise the same treatment that Firefly got? Like, weren't a bunch of their episodes aired out of order, if I remember correctly?
Probably.
I think that's a story that dates back. We have to go check that out. I'm pretty sure like they were already like 3 episodes deep into like the Xindi incursion before we'd ever met them. And then like they were introduced in like episode 5 and explained what it was all about. If I remember correct. I had to go back and look. All that shit's kind of a blur. But even that's better than what we're getting now. We got first day cadets talking about, I think I accidentally swallowed my comm badge. Like, get out. Go. Stop it.
Yeah, you
stop it.
You're fired. How did you accidentally swallow your comm badge? Why was it anywhere near your mouth?
Dude, because these people are fucking idiots and none of them act like they're at the West Point equivalent of fucking the Federation right now. None of them. Not one. It would be funny. It would be a better show if it was a class full of fuck-ups and the one excellent cadet that through like a computer error got busted into their group and now they're the fish out of water story. That would be a compelling version of this show. It ain't that. They're all fuck-ups. All of them, even the command crew. Even the command crew, dude. It's embarrassing how stupid the bridge crew act. Can't even do it. You might have to watch this show.
Yeah, you guys are all going to admin.
Seriously. It's all dude. By comparison, you'll love this. Section 31 is a better product to watch than this show. How about that? How about that? Who would have thought I'd be saying that? Nobody. Because Section 31 was awful. Fucking terrible, dude. But here we are. All right.
Here we are, 2026.
Who had Starfleet Academy being awful on their bingo? Oh, wait, no, me. I did. Yeah, I did.
So here's a Trek question for you, just to put it back on the positive.
Yeah.
The first episode of Star Trek, where it was still Captain Pike and First Officer James T. Kirk.
Yeah.
Based on the star date, when did that take place in our calendar?
Dude, somebody, I had the answer. I actually used to know the answer. That somebody figured out, but I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
September 4th, 1997.
Did it right? And they had to, and that's why they had to change that going into TNG and redo star dates into 34055.6 and all that other crap that they did on that show. That's right. True that. Yep. Episode was the Menagerie, if you were wondering. I remember that. That's all I got. All right. We'll talk some Star Wars. We did Trek. We jump into the thumbnail topic.
I think it's time to get to the thumbnail topic. What everyone's been waiting for.
30 minutes in
now, and we're back in. We're going to get back to it.
Yeah, dude. I had fun with that image generator. I thought that came out pretty good. That's pretty spot on as George. But it occurred to me after the fact that I probably should have had the prompt run him as in the Iron Man costume, snapping things back to what they were supposed to be. But Chad threw me a complaint and said, it's too close to copyright. I'm like, but you just did Thanos in the suit with the gauntlet. And it's like, yeah, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, it goes.
Suckers.
It's thin to that line, and every now and then it will be like, nope, you went over it.
I'm like, all right, I mean, I got away with one, so I guess I'll just take that and download it quick before you scrub it from the conversation.
Well, we could say this was inevitable after watching the sequel trilogy.
Dude, it and again, that's kind of, I was thinking of that, but I was thinking, and he'd be like, I am George. Yeah, I am inevitable is basically it. Because after all their failures, where do they return? You know what I mean? To the OG, to the man, to his vision, to his script ideas for a couple of different things, what I'm hearing, right? I sent you the video too. I don't know if you had watched that earlier.
Yeah, I listened to it. I listened to it.
What do you think about a sequel trilogy that would have been more focused on Darth Talon and Darth Maul?
I'm not sure. The part of his treatments that I did like, and now if you guys don't know what a treatment is, think of an outline glorified. That is what a treatment is. It's not even like a true outline. Yeah. It's just kind of like someone says it's an outline, but it's kind of like the ideas. Now they did steal some of it from his original treatments. Now we're not the video you sent me, they put scripts and you put scripts. They were not full scripts.
Yeah.
It was a total of 6 pages for a whole trilogy.
Do we know that for sure, though? Do we really know that?
Yes, we do know that.
All right. True.
Because George himself said it was only 6 pages where he threw some ideas together.
True. Interesting then.
Yeah. And the reason why it's the character that they're centering around was a Darth, what's her name again?
Talon.
Dark Talon. The reason why it's her is because he got infatuated with the character when they were designing a video game that never happened.
Yeah,
and that's where she came from.
Video as well.
And then it was put into the Legacy comic books.
No, she was in the comics. She was in comics first, and that's where he saw her. And I think he wanted to put in the game that he had come across.
The game designers designed her first, and then she was put in the comic books.
Is that really how that went down? Really, I had that right there in the research. Hold up. No, it says first introduced in Star Wars Legacy comic book series published by Dark Horse in 2006. I'm pretty sure it was the book first. I think he caught her there, and then he wanted her in the game, which was centering around Darth Maul. And then they were going to have to cram her in as the sidekick. But either which way, like as a character, I think she's got a unique look. It's obviously more adult.
Yeah, she's
sexier than anything
as they said,
they've got going on.
A femme fatale.
Femme fatale. Which clearly isn't getting by the Kennedy, nothing for the male gaze crowd. That's for damn sure, as that character would never appear as she does in print.
But they did take his, Kira and Sam was the original characters, and that became Rey and Finn.
Interesting.
And they were supposed to be two upstart kids that are trying to help build this new republic after the fall of the Empire. And like the Empire themselves, well, the remaining stormtroopers were just that bug that wouldn't go away, as what we switched over from the rebellion to building a new government. And they had to, clean up the waste and stuff like that, which were the stormtroopers of old. Right. So
remnants of the Imperial Navy and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I understand that they had to like really change lore to get her to fit in with Darth Maul. And they don't know where this would all fit in, because she came in while it would have been between Rebels but after
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah.
Right.
It would Clone Wars, yeah. It would have been in that
or somewhere in the overlap, because he dies finally in Rebels when Obi-Wan defeats him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that happened in Rebels.
So this cartoon that they're doing, the Darth Maul series, it has
Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord, supposed to fit in there, and then this was supposed to take place after Return of the Jedi. So bringing them two into that, they would have to change the lore a lot. So I think that's one of the reasons why he got scrapped as well.
But see, that's the interesting thing again about somebody like Kathleen Kennedy telling me, we don't have books, we don't have video games, we don't have comics. I'm like, well, you did. You had 70 novels, thousands of comics. This character was probably in one of them. We know that they've already taken Thrawn and thrown Thrawn in a less than satisfying version, in our collective opinion, yours and mine.
Mm-hmm.
They could have taken this Darth Talon character and maybe put her through a little retrofit, little retcon, you know what I mean, and pumped her into a show somewhere. I mean, she could have fit in the Obi-Wan show. That's post. That's after OT. That's OT, but before. No, it's after prequel trilogy, but before OT. So she might not have fit there. But I mean, because they don't play by the rules anyway. What's it matter? They could literally just be like, there was another Darth. It was Darth Talon. Somehow the Emperor appeared. Like, they already don't give a fuck. If they were really trying to take it in a new direction, they could just introduce her as a villain.
But they would have watered her down even more than she is.
For sure. For sure. And I think that the look's not getting by, number one.
I mean,
the behavior of acting like
Mara Jade.
Oh, dude, 100%. That's why I see that. I'm glad you mentioned Mara Jade or a side adventurous. I don't want them to take a poke at either of those characters or Darth Talon by extension now, because we already know what they'll do. They'll crank the Mary Sue dial to fucking 12, right? When the characters were already good. They were already effective. They were already intimidating. People already liked them. Newsflash, it's mostly dudes that watch Rebels and fucking Clone Wars, guys. We were already supporting these characters, as we're often saying, right? But they wouldn't give Mara Jade her proper due. They wouldn't give this character her proper due. So I don't think at this point I'm down for anything other than them putting these things away for like a decade. I think I'm on board with that now. Like, I don't want to see these characters again until I'm like 60. And then maybe when this group of fucking morons has moved on, we could get people that are a little bit more classically trained as like creative writers with a little bit more critical thinking skill behind them.
Who's going to train
these people? I know. I feel like at some point or another, like some of the Chris Berman style, it's Chris Berman who did Trek. Was it Chris Berman? Or the Berman era of Trek? The best parts of TNG, I think it was Chris Berman. Like those guys will come out of retirement and teach, or they'll exert influence because somebody who has control of the money will say, what could we do different? Oh, wait. We shouldn't let any 30-year-old affluent white liberal women write genres that they didn't participate in growing up as kids. If they did, fine. If they love the IP, fine. But the fact is people like Lauren Hissrich over there at The Witcher did not like the Witcher books. She did not like the game. She did not play the games. She wanted to get her hooks in some shit so she could grandstand her bullshit, and she did. You know what I mean? She wasn't a Witcher fan. We heard. What was that guy's name who did X-Men 97? He was in that record. Bo DeMeo was on record. He's in the interviews talking about that they were bad mouthing the books and the author behind closed doors. It's problematic and outdated and all those buzzwords. You know, all those people need to be gate kept out of the industry for like a decade to do like a creative
they're not.
reset.
They're the ones who are being handed the keys of
failing forward
industries.
And failing forward.
Yeah,
which is fucking hysterical to me that they keep. It's like that one. I got to get that clip of Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. Like, you can't keep getting away with it. Like, just that's me. That's me with these people. Like, we keep letting them do this because we bought into the fact that like fandom was for everyone without realizing that you were letting the wolf in. You were letting the wolves in with the sheep. When you're letting in more sheep, you let the wolves in. Like we were duped. We were Trojan horsed. We let these clowns into the playground and now they destroyed all our toys and we're left looking like, wait, now I got to go play with Rebel Moon because you assholes broke Star Wars? No. Like, nope. That's where we're at.
We'd always learn how to farm.
I'll do it this week. A little slow motion threshing in space. There we go. I fucking hate that movie so much. And that's a sad reality of where fandom's at. And like every single next thing that comes out, you really like whenever they do their celebrate. I do this with games too. Like if you show me a picture of like who's in the writer's room for a game or who's on the dev team for a game, I can tell you if it's going to bomb or not at a glance. And I hate that I can do that, but it's true. It's true. It's just pattern recognition at this point, which segues nicely from writers' rooms into this other topic. The whole Batman Brave and Bold thing. Like why James Gunn wanted to hire Christina Hodson, who wrote fucking Harley Quinn in The Flash. Why?
Because
why do these people keep getting jobs? Dude, but in the end result of both of those was terrible. Fucking terrible. Why keep doing this?
Well, the Harley Quinn one was only bad because it was written for men.
Dude, it wasn't. I'm glad you said that. And yet somehow a documented 68% of ticket sales were dudes. 68%. I went back and checked.
And out of that 68%, how many people just showed up because it was Margot Robbie?
0, because we all saw what her outfit looked like in the trailer and it wasn't the Suicide Squad Harley. And we knew that. So 0. I'm confident in that number. Quote me. I wanted to think that too, but dude, the trailers put all that shit to bed really quick. That it wasn't going to be, again, it wasn't going to be male gaze Harley. She was over the Joker. She was her own animal now. She was going to be out there doing shit. You know what I mean? And that movie fucking bombed. Because again, they misread the room on who the audience is, dude. Time and time fucking again. They keep thinking this mysterious, magical, unseen, hidden audience of people that buy this bullshit because they type comments like that bullshit in Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, show up and drop $50 on date night to go see the movie, or that they go to the comic shop and keep up multiple books on a pull list every week, or they get on Hot Toys and order $800 figurines of Harley Quinn. No, they don't. That audience does not exist, dude. They've had like 7 years to learn this lesson. 7, going back before this channel started, which was right around I think Harley Quinn was right on the time I started this channel. I think I have to go back and check the release date on the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I think was the original title. Who titled that? Who let that through?
Yeah, the Birds of Prey.
How was that a thing? Birds of Prey, the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Stop. The name of the movie is Harley. Fucking call it. Like, that's it. They need to call us, dude. They need to call us. I'm telling you. Call us in advance. Oracle, if you could put our number on the screen at the bottom on a crawler, that'd be great. Thank you.
1-800, we do it better.
1-800 call Wolf. Oh, wait. Did they have that in Pulp Fiction? You calling the Wolf? Well, shit. That's all you had to say. I said put the number, not the date. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's up. That's not even today's date. Yeah, that's probably right around the time I started the channel. I saw the Halo. I saw Halo coming out, and I was like, all right, somebody needs to do something about this shit.
Yeah, wasn't your title Hail No?
Hail no. 1-800 call Wolf. There we go. We'll work on that. We can get 800 number going.
You got a structured settlement and you need cash.
That's JG Wentworth. Yeah, we got that here too. That's just, dude, and that is effective marketing because you still know the tune. You still know that you probably heard that in 98 for the first time. I still hear it. It's still up here on YouTube, on the tube. It's on the tube, not just TV. It's crazy. It's good. Well, that's what I mean. That's an effective ad spend right there. But there's no what kind of marketing do you think has to get behind Batman Brave and the Bold if it actually has this writer? And it looks like it does. The most up-to-date info I can find says that she is listed as currently attached to the project as the writer.
She's attached to the project. She hasn't been named head writer yet.
Oh, okay. All right. The important distinction then. Thank you.
And they also said that they are 7 years out from even starting to write the script.
Oh, I didn't get that. It was 7? Okay, no,
yeah.
This movie's not happening. Never mind. This is the Ray movie situation then for James Gunn. This shit's not happening. Now I'm not worried. But even then, like just at a glance, at just hearing a mention that this is the person considered, I'm like, you guys know you're already off to a shaky start, right? Like, did you really think is this the best person to write like that Batman? Like, because Batman Brave and Bold's like Batman, right? That's the older one, right? Wasn't that the one that had? I'm thinking animated series. Was that the one that had Azrael, right?
Brave and the Bold is the new. It's mid between new and mid. It's where Damian was started to become.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Okay, it's not quite old, grizzled, retiring Batman yet. That's right. It's before that.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch some. I missed a lot of those animated cartoons.
And it does not have anything to do with the Batman series.
Right.
Which
the movie we're talking, the live action.
They have labeled that part of the DCU now, but it's Elseworld.
Dude, and again, they can do that. They just need to make some of these happen, and all of them need to be better than mediocre. They don't have any time. They don't have any goodwill left, I think, to get away with a 7 out of 10 movie. Like, people need to be flattened by what comes next going forward indefinitely for years to get back to where they think that they're, and DC was never bankable. Like, that first iteration of that universe had a couple of $1 billion hits and then a bunch of nothing. And the two hits weren't the ones they wanted. You know, they had no idea Aquaman was going to hit a bill. No clue.
They did because it had Jason Momoa in it.
Fucking nobody thought that he was going to headline $1 billion movie based on one of their most least interesting superheroes. No shot. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. You know, as coming off of Man of Steel not hitting a bill. I don't know, but yeah, they're not on the strongest footing, dude. It's we could segue into Daredevil real quick if you want. That's not even on the list.
Actually, I got one more for you. Since
shoot.
We were talking about Batman. Did you hear about the latest casting?
Dude, I feel like I did, and it's completely blanked out of mind.
So we're going to go back to The Batman, which is the Robert Pattinson Batman, and Brad Pitt has now been assigned to the project.
No.
As the Doctor of Arkham.
Oh, okay. Well, it'd be more age appropriate thing. As how's his name? Why is
That
his name?
it starts with a Z.
Is it Hugo Strange?
I don't think it's Hugo Strange.
They're going somewhere else.
Hugo Strange though.
That could work. Oh, he could absolutely shave his dome and put on the monocle glasses, and
yeah,
I absolutely could see that. McConaughey, not McConaughey, Pitt. He can throw down a performance. He can do that.
Yeah,
McConaughey might be good too, though. Now that I mentioned that could work.
I could see McConaughey as Harvey Dent. I mean, after watching him in Lincoln Lawyer as a lawyer, I think he has that persona about him.
Is there any truth to the whole Sebastian Stan Harvey Dent thing? You think there's some credibility in that rumor?
I haven't seen. I've seen the initial rumors, but I haven't seen anything else.
Hey, Travis, what's up, dude?
Hey, we haven't seen
Jeremiah
you in a while.
Arkham says the Oracle. What's up, T? The Oracle says Jeremiah Arkham. It's like original owner operator of the asylum. That could be a little shift in the canon because I think Arkham had already been there for like 100 years before. Like Arkham was there before Bruce Wayne was born.
It was with the Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne helped build Arkham with Dr.
I think before Bruce was even born, right? And you sure it was Thomas Wayne and not like his father, not like Grandpa Wayne or great grandpa? I have the feeling I just get the impression it was old, like very old.
Well, it changed different things. Like it wasn't always a mental hospital; it was a normal hospital at first.
Oh, cool!
Then it changed to a mental hospital, and I even believe that the building itself was used before that as an orphanage. In the history of Arkham,
a lot of old buildings in towns and cities up here are like that. They've been repurposed over the years. They're structurally sound. So
most of the ones down here just turn into apartments.
Oh yeah, that's what happens. So you need housing. So yeah, we got some casting rumors there. We can see what happens. I could see Pitt doing a role like that. I just want to, I want to see that movie more than anything, really. Like I want to know it's coming, because even if it's connected only by proxy or by association to the DCU, at least it's Batman. You know what I mean? Like I liked the Batman. It's not without its flaws. It's not in like my top 10 favorite movies, but it's fun to watch until that last 40 minutes. It's an effective Batman movie, and I liked it. Travis says wild card, but Ryan Wilson from The Office make a great Commissioner Gordon. I can see that.
I did definitely see that, especially with his new look that he has. I could see him passing as that.
I can see that. Rocking the beard, little grizzly and whatnot. I can see that.
Yeah, he can't be looking like Dwight Schrute and being Commissioner Gordon, but his
then
new
we throw him in the Riddler suit if he looks like Dwight Schrute. Or he'd be better than that. I did not dig that other dude in the role. I did not. I'm sorry.
Just make Dwight Schrute a character in Batman.
Just good.
Bears.
Question.
Battlestar Galactica.
Bears. Batman. Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, that could work. Writes itself. Nice.
He'd be known as the Beet Farmer.
The Beet Farmer. Clearly. That would work. That could absolutely work. I want to keep this the superhero segment rolling on there. We're not probably doing live trailers on this channel for a hot minute, considering we can never get them to work, and when we do, they get struck anyway. I got caught a ding in my email the other day for some shit we did in like November. I don't remember what it was for, but I'm like, all right, whatever. What do you want me to do?
And a lot of the times when we get the ding, it's like, this doesn't affect your channel at all, and this isn't a copyright strike.
But somebody else is making money off the ads. I'm like,
you just cannot monetize this video anymore. Well, we're not monetized anyways.
Because they are. And then it clearly says in the email, because they are, which really chaps my ass. Like, come on. That seems kind of scummy. But the Daredevil trailer rolled through. I don't know if you saw that on your own time. I keep forgetting that starts in April. It's like right around the corner.
March. Starts in March.
So it's right around the corner, even closer. Yeah. Travis says after the terminal list, one that everybody would hate to see. What I would hate is Chris Pratt as Deathstroke. Yeah, facts. Yep. I'd be down for that. I'd love to see Pratt be the bad guy in something for a change. Let him flex out a little bit, see what he can do. I bet he'd have fun with it, because we always say the funny guys, the fat funny guys, and he's a former fatty. Don't let him forget. That picture of him on the beach is out there. His Parks and Rec pod is not the Star-Lord.
He also said that he's like, all the people who've commented on this body, he's like, you enjoy it now. I'm going to be fat again because I love eating too much.
Yep. My man's just a real guy. Like, that's how he rolls. He'd make it. I can see that. I can see that.
It's Deathstroke.
Hey, what do you think of that?
I don't think I could see him as Deathstroke. I like the guy that they used in was it in the
Batman versus Superman?
Yeah.
With fake Jesse. What's his face as Luthor?
Yeah, with Jesse Eisenberg as Luthor.
Isn't that Joe Manganiello? What's his name?
Joe Manganiello.
Yeah.
The old wasn't him in
he was in True Blood. That's where I remember him from. He was a werewolf in True Blood.
He was in How I Met Your Mother. He's a big D&D guy.
Huge D&D guy. He was in Big Bang Theory in a couple episodes that had D&D.
Yeah.
And he's huge. He's like 6'4". Looks like Deathstroke. Looks like I thought they had a pretty good suit in that one little stinger scene at the end of the episode where he's on the yacht. It looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked good.
Fairly comic accurate. It was all right.
The guy who played Deathstroke in Arrow too, he had a good look with him.
I never saw that. I'll take your word for it.
I don't know the actor, but he had the look, he had the voice, and he did look good in the suit.
So you've had mostly good things to say about that series as it ran, so I'll take it.
Especially season 1. Season 1 is dark, gritty. It's DC.
Hated it so much. That's why I stopped watching it. Did not like it. That's just me. Maybe I'll go back and watch it someday.
That's right.
You never know.
You should. It's good.
Have you seen the Daredevil trailer?
I have not seen the new Daredevil trailer. I thought it was the one from a few months ago when I saw it pop up in my news feed.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've already seen this. I don't need to see this again. And then there was another one that was on, like, I know it's a fake AI trailer site, so I just scrolled past it.
No, this was on the MCU's movie site, where like MCU official or whatever its YouTube channel is. I think it was like a minute long cut. It's different. It has some different scenes in it, but it doesn't really give away a whole hell of a lot of like plot points, story, or anything like that.
I did see that they are in pre-production and principal photography starts in March for season 3.
Oh, cool. So there we go. Whoa. Principal production for season 3.
Like, season 3.
How's that coming out in March if it's starting? Gotcha. Yeah, that's another one. I think we should figure out a good way to get our Nielsen info as quick as we can get it, because what do we think the series, like if Percy Jackson's taking the ass kicking between years, like what do we think? Does Daredevil come back strong after season 2? I don't think season 2 hit for a lot of people. It hit moderate to low for us, if I remember correctly, especially down the stretch. I don't think it finished very strong.
I admit I did not like how they used the Muse in that. I think the Muse would have been
that's a common criticism of that season. A very common criticism.
Could have been a lot better. Like that is like the anti Daredevil.
Yeah,
is the Muse, because he can't be seen by his echo. Yeah,
right.
And it was
crap out of him in an episode.
And some kid. Yeah.
And his girlfriend shot him a lot.
Yeah.
After she had been shot 7 times and bled out over a course of 15 minutes. I remember that. You bet your ass I remember that.
And Matt taking a bullet for the Kingpin.
Yeah. That was in the finale, right? Wasn't that the end of that?
No, that was like episode 6 of 8.
Oh, that's right. Because he had to suit back up to get back.
Yeah, the Oracle did not enjoy that episode. I think even her tag was "Matt is so dumb" after that.
You know what was real dumb about that is Daredevil going to the prison to get Captain Fucky Face there that he threw off a building in episode 1 to let him escape via killing a couple of guards so he could get out and, go kill the Kingpin.
Oh, when he didn't let Bullseye out.
He did. He went over there and he left something on the table. After he hit him into the table, he left something there for him that he was able to pick the lock with, if I remember right. He did get Bullseye out. And then Bullseye killed 2 guards on the way out. On your hands, bro. You did it. It's a you problem, not me. That shit happened, dude. I remember laughing what happened. Like, why do heroes not do hero shit anymore, dude? Why? What is their fucking major malfunction? It was Matt Mercer is effing stupid. Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know. You're a Daredevil guy. We did a whole big getting hype for Daredevil season 2, where we looked at some of the big arcs and book that you had me look into. I picked up a couple of them. I think I picked up which graphic novel? I think I picked up literally Born Again for the season, because you were like, it's gonna have different things. The show's gonna have different story arcs in it that aren't all born again, but this would be the main one to get. I read most of it and didn't finish it, but that's not a criticism of the book. It's just out of the shit to do.
Yeah.
But I don't, where is your hype level going into season 3? Do you have any, or is it more of a morbid curiosity at this point? I think that's where I'm at.
It's not a morbid curiosity. I'm still kind of excited because we know he gets his double D's in this one. True. On his black suit. So I'm kind of excited to see him in his double D's.
Yeah. Maybe if Karen has some double D's, that would help. Might help with the viewing numbers.
I do believe Karen dies this season too.
Like real death or fake foggy death though?
No, I'm thinking like real death.
And
maybe I believe Froggy has nothing to do with this season. He's like dead now. But we know it's comic books and no one's ever fully dead, and somehow Palpatine came back. So
somehow Palpatine returned. Dude, I mean, if Karen dies, the rampage I want to see Frank go on should be sick.
Which I think that's going to set up level. Like you're going to have Daredevil born again, then you're going to have the one-off of Punisher leading into Brand New Day.
Huh. So I forgot about that Punisher one-off. Either the Punisher one-off is the response to her death.
To either her death, and then it sets up who he is in Brand New Day. Because
he's clearly in Brand New Day.
Yeah.
True. That's a nice little pathway of MCU stuff that I don't think a lot of people are really talking about, because I think people are just, I don't think there's really any hype at all. Dude, I say that knowing full well that this Doomsday trailer circuit's gotten like 1 billion views, and like Marvel
there are people
a thank you video. Yeah, people are hyped. Really, I gotta say,
I am seeing a huge hype for Doomsday. They want to see this come together and see the course correction that they're making. Like this is the course correction movie is Doomsday.
Do you think it's hype for a course correction though, or do you think it's hype in the same way that Deadpool Wolverine got? Like, we know there's going to be cameos, so we're totally hyped to go see fucking Cyclops, even though he's only there for 3 seconds in the first 10 minutes. Like, is it really the course correction hype, or is it the whole we're going to see Blade again? Elektra's back.
No, I don't think it's really that. I think it's the time hype. I think it's really people are ready to see the Russos take the reins of the MCU. Kevin Feige keeps it.
And now that's his name on this channel forever, dude. Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige.
New name. Kevin Feige.
He's going to keep the trains on time, but it's going to be the Russos that's going to make it look what they how it should look. And I think that was something the MCU is really scared of, because they don't like committing to one director like that. Yeah. Yeah, but I think that is the right thing to do after going back and reviewing the notes. This is what good people do. You make halftime adjustments. Something doesn't work. You got to change up. And I like that they're changing it up. I'm not upset that they're changing it up. I like that they're actually noticed that they did something wrong, admitted that they did something wrong, and now like, let us try to fix it. It might take us a little while, but we're going to get your confidence back. And these are the steps we're taking.
Oh, true. I think it's an apt analogy that you made, but I don't think it's a halftime correction. I think it's sadly, I think it's the other team's already in the victory formation, and we're going to course correct now, but we'll see. So I said, 1 billion views is 1 billion views, dude. If the collection of these trailers has 1 billion views, it's not just like there's 5 million people replaying it 40 times each. It means millions of people have clicked on this.
Yeah, and I think they're ready for it, and I think it's going to play out. It's going to play out pretty well. And the thing is that leads right into this other topic that I saw today, is how you could decode the Avenger movies and see what it's going to be focused on, and how it lines up with the Affinity Stones. Like the first Avenger logo was blue, which it went more around the Tesseract. The second Avenger logo was red, and it went around the Reality Stone and the changing of reality. The third one was yellow, was the Mind Stone, which was literally ripped out of Vision's head.
Yeah.
Then what was forget the color of Endgame, but this one is green. Purple. And what's the purple?
Green was no green. I know it wasn't Endgame green for the Time Stone, because that's the one that was the last one he needed. and Strange was hiding it from.
No, it was the purple one. Yeah, you're right. It was the purple one, the Power Stone.
Reality. Purple is power. Red is reality. Yeah, purple. Yeah, you got them right.
Yeah, it's the Power Stone, and it was the shifting of power. And then this one is green. Is the Time Stone. It's the end of the timelines and the multiverse. And then Secret War
in there somewhere.
No, Secret War, Avengers Secret War is yellow for the Soul Stone, and we're going to see how this brings people back and then sets us on a new path.
True, dude. I love Reddit shit like that. Honestly, like that's the fun stuff. I do love that. I'd love to think somewhere it's like, maybe Jon Favreau in the Iron Man 1 days, he knew all that, everything you just said, and secretly laid the groundwork to have that be present in the title cards and everything to make that a thing. So 15 years later, we come back to that and be like, it's all part of the plan. We knew this shit was going to be terrible. And then here we are.
Did you enjoy the show? It's all part of the show.
It's all part of the show. That's what I'm saying. I thought you were just asking me, did I enjoy Wonder Man? Because I was just going to ask you if you watched any yet.
I have not watched any yet.
Oh.
That was going to be a tomorrow thing.
Yeah. 8 episodes. They're all about 35 minutes total run, just so you know ahead of time. Like that's what you're looking at. And I was right. It is under that their off-brand that with the Silverlight. It's called Marvel Studios. So the shit that they put Echo and Werewolf at Night and isn't there something else? Was just Echo? No, it was just Echo. That's the only other mini series that they've done. So
all the ones that they did a mash drop for.
Pretty much all the ones that have literally no connection to anything else.
Yeah.
And
like the only reason they put this out is because it's been in the can for like 2 years and they're just ready to put it out.
Yeah, let me know when you've watched some, and maybe we'll have to chat about it and put down a
I've heard good things in some reviews. I've heard good things. They said it's very heartfelt.
I'm not saying anything until you see some.
Okay.
Then I'll say some shit. I'll tell you this. It's not what you think it is. I'll tell you that. And I'll leave it at that. As ominous as that is, I'll leave it at that.
Just like the past, it's ominous.
It's all ominous. It's ominous Prime at this point. Hey, where is Warden Prime anyway? What are we paying him for? Is he here? We did that.
Yeah, we have. He's not here because our chat is kind of lacking. So we miss you.
Yeah, we gotta get to this page. And thank you, Travis, for popping by.
Yes, we like you. We haven't seen you in a while. We're glad you're back.
Yeah, you know what? Let's why don't we wrap up here, man? Let's go short tonight. I think we hit all the big ones here. I had a quick topic on the kid that played Frankenstein and visionary director Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein might be up as the new Amazon Bond. But that was interesting. He's got the look. He's in up Wuthering Heights with Margot Robbie like next month. So dude probably has a serious acting backbone. He might be all right. You talk about him real quick if you want. I got no skin in the Bond game. He looks like Bond, I guess.
I don't think I've only seen him really as the monster, so I don't know. I mean, he was very patchy looking and pale, so I don't.
He was in You've never seen he's in Euphoria and The Kissing Booth on Netflix, which I guess are two pretty big shows.
Yeah, never watched.
Or he'll just jumped in on it.
Yeah, never watched either one of them.
He's a good looking dude. I'll say dark hair, like strong jaw. Like he could be a Bond. He could definitely he could be a Bond in the which existing Bond best describes him. He could be probably like a young Timothy Dalton Bond. No, not Timothy Dalton. Fuck it. Just go see it. Just go look up a picture of him. That's better. Be easier for
Timothy
you.
Dalton.
No, not a young Timothy Dalton. Nope. It was a terrible pick out of that group. He's a good looking dude though. I think it could work. I think it could work. We'll see.
Yeah. It goes Connery, Moore, Daniel Craig, Timothy Dalton.
Dude, I just said who he looked like. I didn't say quality. And I wouldn't put Roger Moore on the quality list either, to be honest with you. A little too goofy for me. I didn't like any of those Bond from that set. They're not for me. A little too goofy. But yeah, why don't we let's call it there for a night, and you can maybe go watch the first episode of Wonder Man before bed, and just shoot me a message, say, hey, all right, I'll watch more of this. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to watch the whole series. If I start one, I'll watch the whole series. It might take me a while, but I'll eventually watch it all.
I thought if you started one tonight, you're going to watch them all tonight. You ain't staying up till 3 to watch this.
No,
Marvel show. That ain't happening.
Oh, I mean, if I can't get to sleep, you never know.
In that case, I would tell you to watch Night of Seven Kingdoms on Max. I'd much rather pick your brain on that. Dude, episode 2 just came out last Sunday.
Yeah, we were wondering what your take on that was.
Not a bad show. I think I might have just read the opening wrong a little bit.
You read the tea leaves wrong on that first episode?
I went in thinking it was going to be the Game of Thrones that I had seen a couple of times. And I think after watching episode 2, they had that scene that I sent you, the one that everybody made fun of after the first episode. It's a one-off joke that just didn't land, honestly. Like that's what and it happened too early that it really salted my onions early for that show. And I'm like,
are you not supposed to salt onions?
I mean, generally, I think you add a little oil and pan fry.
Okay.
You're not supposed to salt them. All of the stupid humor in the show that makes the main character look like a jackass has a purpose. It's not to take him down a peg because of like the patriarchy. He's a good person in a world filled of assholes like Game of Thrones typically is. And he finds ways to not be an asshole back to people.
So he's kind of like the Ned Stark-ish. Because Ned Stark was a good person who had a dark past. Ned
Stark, if he ate a lot of paint chips, yeah. Because he is stupid. He is dumb. Like he's not a Rhodes guy. He's not he's not Tarly. Like he's not Jon Snow's fat friend who went off to study at the university and become a maester. He ain't that. He ain't on an academic scholarship. All right.
Is he around Hodor? Hodor level?
No, because he can finish a sentence and he actually his memory is solid because he remembers literally every story the night that brought him up told him about who fought with who and who's at this battle and this sigil is for this. Like his recall is sick. Like he's borderline like eidetic memory, like for that kind of shit.
Well, you have to think back in the day.
He can't read the room. He doesn't have what they call the social skills.
He don't have the social skills.
You
don't leave me here all day with Steve.
He need mama. Mama says. He need mama says. And dude, and that moment hasn't happened yet where he finally hits somebody with that first boom. It hasn't happened yet. It's building to it. He's gonna destroy the first person he fights. It's gonna be an ass kick.
He does look like a brick wall.
He's huge, and I guess from people that like the books, they're telling me he's perfectly fucking cast in terms of the stature. And then they very wisely cast like the smallest runt of a human being they could to be his squire Egg, because they got this scene in episode 2 where Dunk's sitting on the regular bench of a picnic table and he looks giant. Like he's a big guy. And the kid is sitting on the table surface next to him with his feet up on the bench. And from the point of Egg's head is like this dude's chest and then neck and then head. So like even while he's sitting lower, he's head, shoulders, and partial chest above the kid's dome. It's crazy how the difference in size is ridiculous, but that's exactly
it's like Kevin Hart standing next to Shaq.
Yeah, or Kevin Hart standing next to like LeBron in that commercial for the NFL game day pass. Like it's literally that. Where like at some point it wouldn't surprise me if Dunk has to pick this kid up and fucking throw him over a battlement to get him inside a castle because it would work. Like that scene from Prince of Thieves, the catapult. Like Dunk's just gonna be like, he's just gonna launch this kid. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, if you're hurting for a show, I would tell you to go back and watch it. And these are short too. They're not hour-long Game of Thrones episodes. These are only about 35, 40 minutes, which is another kind of weird vibe. Like I'm like, well, is this really needing to be a show? Or could you have given me like a really long movie, like 2.5 hours? Like, would that have worked better for a Night of Seven Kingdoms? Like, I think when you get to Wonder Man, you're going to be like, did it need 8? Or was this like like a part 1, a part 2, 2 hours, or maybe even only a 2-hour movie or, 2.5 hour movie for both of those? I would not say that about Starfleet Academy. You need 0 minutes of that, actually. Fucking 0. But yeah. I would tell you to check in with those shows and we could follow up.
Okay.
Yeah. Might have read that wrong on Seven Kingdoms. I'm actually looking forward to next week. So we'll see. All right, dude. Why don't we peace up out of here and let people get back to what they're doing for the evening plans. Thank you guys for being here, and King Z can do our goodbyes.
Goodbye, people.
See ya.